Bhante, we would like to invite Bhante to kindly start the class now.
Good evening for everyone, faithful devotees, dear brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Today we are going to start about the Patthana class. Actually, Patthana is a quite deep and excellent teaching of the Buddha. Now we know about the Abhidhamma, the excellent teaching of the Buddha. Abhidhamma is a great and excellent teaching, excellent Dhamma. Actually, it is we call ultimate realities Dhamma, Paramattha Dhamma. So, if someone want to know clearly about the Patthana, so now first of all we have to know clearly base of the Abhidhamma. What is the base of Abhidhamma? According to the Buddha's teaching, there are four ultimate realities, four Paramattha. We call Chitta, consciousness, Cetasika, mental factors, Rupa, form, and Nibbana. Those are four ultimate realities we should know earlier before enter the Patthana. How about Chitta? The Chitta is consciousness, but this one we can divide into many ways. How many Chitta? There are 89 in the brief. The detail is there are 121. Those are Chitta we can divide into four categories according to the plane: Kamavachara, Rupavachara, Arupavachara, and Lokottara. How about Kamavachara, sensual plane? There are 54 Chitta. And about the Rupavachara, in the fine material world, there are 15 Chitta. About Arupavachara world, in fine material world, there are 12. About the Lokottara supermundane, there are 8 Chitta. There are 54 Kamavachara Chitta also. We can divide into two ways: beautiful consciousness, Sobhana Chitta, and unbeautiful consciousness, Asobhana Chitta. How many Asobhana Chitta? There are 30. 30. And how many Sobhana Chitta, beautiful Chitta? There are 24. What are the 30 type of Asobhana Chitta, unbeautiful Chitta? 12 Akusala Chitta and 18 rootless Ahetuka Chitta. Same way, Akusala Chitta also we can divide into according to the roots. Lobha Hetu, Dosa Hetu, and Moha Hetu. There are 8 Lobha mind, there are 2 Dosa mind, there are 2 Moha mind. The same way, the 18 Ahetuka mind, rootless consciousness also, we can divide into 3 parts, 3 ways. What are the 3? Akusala Vipaka, resultant of unwholesome, there are 7. Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka, resultant of rootless wholesome, there are 8. And Ahetuka Kiriya, rootless functional, there are 3 consciousness. How about the beautiful 24 Chitta? There are 8 Maha Kusala, great wholesome. There are Maha Vipaka, great resultant. There are Maha Kiriya, great functional. There are 8 Maha Kusala, 8 Maha Vipaka, and 8 Maha Kiriya. There are 24 Kama Sobhana Chitta, beautiful consciousness in sensual plane. The same way, 54 Kamavachara Chitta, again we can divide into 2 ways according to the roots, Hetu. Rootful consciousness and rootless consciousness. There are rootful consciousness 12 plus 24. 12 akusala plus 24 sobana chitta. There are rootless 18. And about the Rupavachara Chitta, 15 Rupavachara Chitta also rootful consciousness, and we can divide into 3 ways, Kusala, Vipaka and Kiriya. 5 Kusala, 5 Vipaka and 5 Kiriya. Same way, but the Arupavachara 12 Chitta also rootful Chitta. This one also, there are 4 Kusala, 4 Vipaka and 4 Kiriya. About Lokuttara Chitta, there are 8 Lokuttara in brief. 4 Magga and 4 Pala. The path consciousness is called wholesome, Lokuttara Kusala. And the 4 fruition consciousness we call Vipaka, Lokuttara Vipaka. This is a brief explanation of 89 type of chitta. Okay. Now, do you remember that? Okay, I think should be okay, but I think everyone know the about the chitta. Okay, about the Chaitasika, mental factors. Those are mental factors also. We can divide into different way. How about the 13 Anya Samana Chaitasika. Anya Samana, common to the others, the common Anya Samana. Those are 13 Anya Samana. We can divide into 2 ways. Sabba Chitta Sadharana. There are 7. And 6 Pakinaka occasionals. Now the universal, there are 7 and Pakinaka 6. About the 14 type of Akusala Chaitasika. Those are 14 type of Akusala Chaitasika also. We can divide into 5 ways. 4 Sabba Akusala Sadharana, universal unwholesome factors. We can say the delusion group. Same way, Loba group, there are 3. Dosa group, there are 4. Tinamidda group and Vichikicha. About the beautiful mental factors. Now there are 19 Sobana Sadharana, beautiful universal. And the 3 Virati and 2 Appamanya and wisdom. There are 25 Sobana Chaitasika, beautiful mental factors. Especially there are 6 roots in the Chaitasika. Among the 52 Chaitasika, there are 6 roots. Loba, Dosa, Moha and Aloba, Adosa, Amoha. You should remember that, especially the 6 roots and the rootful consciousness, because next time we want to know clearly this one. Okay, about the 28 type of Rupa. Now, do you remember Rupa? Rupa Paramatta? The 28 type of materialities, we can make the 11 categories. We can divide it into 11 ways. We can make the 11 categories. First, 4 Mahabhuta, 4 great elements. Patavi dhatu, Apo dhatu, Tejo dhatu, Vayu dhatu. Same way, there are 5 sensitive materiality. Pasada Rupa, Chakku Pasada, eye translucent. Same way, Sota Pasada, Ghana Pasada, Jivha Pasada, and Kaya Pasada. There are 5 sensitive materiality Pasada. About objective materialities, there are color object, sound, smell, taste, and tangible. Tangible is Patavi, Tejo, Vayu. 3 elements is called tangible. The next group, 6 materials, Bhava Rupa, there are 2, male 6 materiality and female 6 materiality. Purisa Bhava Rupa and Itti Bhava Rupa. And the next one, Hadaya Rupa, heart base. Next one, life materiality, Jivit Indriya. Next one, nutriment materiality, Ahara Rupa. Yeah. Next group, the Akasa Rupa, space element. There are 2 types of intimating materiality, Vinyati Rupa, Kaya bodily intimation, and verbal intimation, Kaya Vinyati and Vachi Vinyati. Next group, Vikara Rupa, change materiality or mutable materiality, Lahuta, Mudut and Kammanyata. Last group, characteristic materiality, Lakkana Rupa, Upache, Santati, Jarata and Anicchata. Okay, those are 28 types of Rupa. And next one, Nibbana. Then if you know clearly about 4 Paramatta, then very easy to understand Patthana. Actually, there are 24 Pachaya and 24 Patthana. There are 2 meanings. Actually, we are going to study only Pachaya, 24 Pachaya, not the Patthana, because Patthana is a different explanation. Before enter the Patthana, you should understand clearly 24 Pachaya. Okay, are you ready to start Patthana?
Ready, Bhante.
Because the one of the Myanmar Sayadaw, he also explained 24 Pachaya briefly in the simple way. I'm also going to take some important parts from his book to explain briefly about the Hetu Pachaya. Yeah, now the Hetu also, the Hetu Pachaya is Uddesa, about the title, but explanation Niddesa. The 2 way. Hetu Pachayo is only root condition, and it is only subject, and the explanation we call Pachaya Niddesa. There are 2 meanings, Pachaya and Pachaya Niddesa. Now, first of all, we know about the Hetu Pachayo, but what is the meaning of Hetu Pachayo given by the Lord Buddha in the Patthana book. Now you can read first. Okay, now please read and check your notes. Hetu sampayuttakanang dhammanang tang samuttananang cha ropanang hetu pachayena pachayo. This is Pali. So what is the English translation? Roots serve as a condition for the root associate consciousness and mental state, and root generate matter by the force of root condition. This is a brief explanation. Now we want to know what are the roots. What are the roots? There are 6 types of mental roots. The beautiful roots and unbeautiful roots. There are 3 beautiful roots. There are 3 unbeautiful roots. According to the notes they explain, root here refer to the mental factors that serve as roots for their concomitant consciousness and mental states in the same way as real roots do for a tree. There are 6 in number. And after they explained about first of all, there are 3 unbeautiful roots: Lobha, Dosa, Moha. Now, this Lobha is greed, and Dosa is worry or hatred, anger. Moha is a delusion, etc. They explain, but later also you can understand. No, I no need to explain again and again. That you can read and understand. Aloba is a non-greed, adosa is a non-hatred, amoha is a non-ignorance. Panya. Among these 6 roots, the first 3 are regarded as unwholesome, akusala roots, because they are impure, savajjao, unbeautiful, and produce bad result, dukkha vipaka. The last 3 are wholesome. We can say the beautiful, wholesome, as they are pure and bring about the desirable result, sukha vipaka, happiness result. But however, the wholesome roots that belong and the arahat are called functional, kiriya, not wholesome, because for the ordinary person, the wholesome roots, for the arahat, they are functional roots. And the resultant of the wholesome karma, the vipaka roots, they are beautiful 3 roots. We can divide it in 3 ways: wholesome roots and functional roots and resultant roots. And the same way, according to the Ketu Pachaya, or according to the Patthana, the every Pachaya also we have to understand 3 ways. There are 3 factors in general. Conditioning factor, Pachaya, and conditioned factor, Pachayupanna, and conditioning mood, Pachaya Sati. Pachaya, Pachayupanna, and Pachaya Sati. Now, do you remember we recite Pali stanza, no? Pali Hetu sampayuttakanam dhammanam tang samuttananam cha rupanam hetu pachayena pachayo. This sentence also we can divide into according to the 3 factors in general. Hetu is a condition. What is the pachayuppanna? Hetu sampayuttakanam dhammanam tang samuttananam cha rupanam. This sentence is called pachayuppanna. Hetu pachayena pachayo, this is a pachaya sati. Okay, now you understand how we divide this Pali sentence according to the 3 factors in general. Under the hetu pachaya is a pachaya, pachayuppan, and pachaya sati. Now I think you also know clearly. And how we understand in our daily life about the roots, because we know about the wholesome roots and unwholesome roots. How we understand? There are wholesome mental factors such as alobha, adosa, and amoha serve as roots for meritorious deeds, punya, such as acts of generosity, observance of moral conduct, and spiritual development, etc. I think maybe when you are going to offer dana, at that time you can practically understand about the alobha, adosa, amoha in the wholesome mind, wholesome dana mind, dana consciousness, dana chitta process. Same way, when you are going to take observe, take the 5 sila, etc. Then when you are taking the sila, when you are going reciting the sila, the rules, at that was arising the wholesome chitta process. And at that moment also, alobha, adosa, and amoha also associating that chitta process. Same way, when you are going to meditate, samatha, vipassana, etc., or what kind of meritorious deeds are you going to do? At that time also arising alobha, adosa, and amoha with the every mind movement, in the kusala mind movement. But now, do you know the 2 types of kusala, no? Jnana sampayutta kusala and jnana vipayutta kusala. Jnana sampayutta is there are 3 rooted consciousness. Jnana vipayutta, there are 2 rooted consciousness without amoha, because no more wisdom. But they also have the different explanation. But I no need to explain, because I think you are familiar this meaning. Okay, how we understand about the 3 akusala roots? they are loba, dosa, moha in practically in daily life. Please go into page number 57 in the notes. Page number 57. There's the one example that Bhante, when he want to explain the loba, dosa, moha for the beginners, practically, that Bhante take one story from the Buddha's time. One day, the Buddha was sitting under a tree in a small forest on the way from Varanasi to Uruvela. When 30 young men came over to the Buddha with a problem, they are enjoy time with their wives. One of them, however, had no wife and brought a fancy girl. She ran away, taking their valuables with her. So while undertaking a desperate search in the forest for her, they came across the Buddha sitting under the tree. They approached him with the hope of getting a clue to her whereabouts. They asked the Buddha whether he had seen any woman pass by. Instead of answering their question, the Buddha posed an enlightening question to them. But anyway, this is according to this history, this communication. Then that Bhante want to explain what is the loba, what is the dosa, and what is the moha. Because now when he attached to the woman or they enjoy with their life, it is a loba. With delusion, the moha, and missing their valuable things, and get anger to find her, to give the punishment, and then dosa with delusion. This way, we have to understand our daily life, how appear the loba and attachment mind, dosa hatred mind, and delusion moha mind. Now briefly, now you know about the aloba, adosa, moha, and loba, dosa, moha in your daily life. When you are doing wholesome or when you are doing the unwholesome, the every time arise in the roots. Without roots, cannot appear the consciousness. All the time, wholesome and unwholesome arise with the roots. Okay. Now, this is a simple way. Now we have to know about the paramatta, ultimate realities way, how we understand hetu pachaya. Hetu pachaya, root condition. Hetu pachayoti, root conditions means there are three ways: pachaya, pachayupanna, pachisati. There are three general, no? Three factors in general. Pache, Pachupan, Pache Sati. What's the Pache is a hetu, roots. Pachayupan, hetu sampayuttakanan dhammanam tan samuttananancha rupana. For those phenomena associated with roots and the materialities that originate from it. Pache Sati, hetu Pachena Pacho is the condition as root condition. Okay, now hetu Pachaya, root condition. What is hetu Pachaya? It is greed, loba, hatred, dosa, delusion, moha, and their respective opposites: non-greed, aloba, non-hatred, adosa, non-delusion, amoha. All these are hetu Pachaya. These can be further classified as follows. There are 6 roots, hetu. What are the 6 roots? Loba, dosa, moha. It's called classification as asobana hetu, non-beautiful roots. Aloba, adosa, amoha. This is called sobana hetu, beautiful roots. So dosa, sobana hetu, we can divide into 3 parts. Kusala hetu, wholesome roots, vipaka hetu, resultant roots, and the kiriya hetu, functional roots. And what is the pachayupanna, conditions dhamma? What are the Dhamma phenomena conditioned by these Hetu Pache root conditions? Hetu Pachayopanna Dhamma, the phenomena conditioned by root conditions. These following Dhamma arise or come into existence because of the Hetu Pache root conditions. Hetu Sampayuttaka Dhamma, those phenomena associated with roots, the categories of consciousness, chitta, and mental factors, cetasika, that are in the coexistence alone with greed, hatred, delusion, non-greed, non-hatred, and non-delusion. And Tan Samutthana Rupa, the materialities that originate from it, the groups of materialities, Rupa Kalapa, which consist with the same roots consisting of Sahetuka Kammaja Rupa and Sahetuka Chittaja Rupa. Yeah, but Sahetuka Kammaja Rupa meaning karma-born materialities at the initial conception moment of the rooted rebirth linking of a new being. Initial conception moment at the arising sub-moment upad of the rebirth linking consciousness. How about the Sahetuka Chittaja Rupa? Mind-born materialities produced by rooted mind during the lifetime of a being. During the lifetime, the course of existence period is starting from the static sub-moment of the rebirth linking consciousness throughout the life of the being until the perishing sub-moment of the death consciousness. Now we can see understand chitta process. How we understand clearly Patisandhi, Pavatti, and Chuti according to chitta process. Now you see every chitta moment has three sub-mind moments: Upada, Titi, Bhanga, rising, standing, and perishing moment. Now in the Patisandhi, Upada moment, in the Patisandhi, it means the rebirth linking moment, producing Kamma-born Kalapa. And from first Bhavanga, arising moment to until Chuti arising moment, we call Pavatti, cause of existence, lifetime. Every moment means every rootless, rootful consciousness produces chitta, born kala, mind-born materials. This is a different Patisandhi and Pavatti and Chuti. Chuti is a dead consciousness. Okay, this is the meaning. The Kamma-born Kalapa and Pavatti, Patisandhi and Pavatti is different. This is a brief explanation of Hetu Pacha, root condition. But now, how should we understand Hetu Pacha very clearly? Now we can understand this way. Hetu is to be understood in the sense of root, mula. Pacha is in the sense of assisting in the arising or the coming to be of the Pachayopanna Dhamma mentioned above. About the illustration of the meaning, suppose a man is in love with a woman. As long as he continue to have lustful thoughts from this woman, all his actions, words, and thought regarding this woman will be arising together with lust, lobha. At the same time, mind-born materials will be produced by this lustful thought. We can see then that all these materialities, means consciousness and mental factors, mentalities and materials have their root in lustful greed for that woman. Hence, by being a hetu, because it acts as a root, and by being a pachaya, because it assists in the arising of this mentality and materiality. Greed, lobha is hetu pachaya. The rest may be explained and understood the same manner. The arising of greed, lobha, arising of hatred, dosa, the arising of delusion. By this way, we have to understand about the hetu is lobha, and but the hetu pachya is lobha, pachayupanna is a consciousness and mental factors, and materialities, pachayupanna. The same way, dosa is a hetu, pachayupanna is the dosa mind and the mind-born kalapa. Pacha is a moha, and pachayupanna is a moha mind and mental factors together with mind-born kalapa. This way, we understand hetu, pachaya and pachayupanna. And the same way, the similar of a tree. Now, this explains the similar of a tree. The roots of a tree having firmly established themselves in the ground, grow up sap from the soil and water, and carry that sap right up to the crown of the tree. Thus, the tree develops and grows for a long time. In the same way, greed, lobha, having firmly established itself in desirable things, draws up the essence of pleasure and enjoyment from them, and conveys that essence to the associated mental elements until they burst into immoral bodily action and verbal speech. In other words, greed bring about transgressions with regard to moral action and words. The same way, similar for hatred and for delusion. Now, I think we understand, no? Because how the root hold the tree, the same way, lobha root hold our lobha action, lobha verbal action, bodily action. This is the meaning. Now, according to the hetu pachaya, there are 4 ways. Akusala hetu pachaya, kusala hetu, but no mention in the notes. Please write down. Akusala hetu pachaya, kusala hetu pachaya, vipaka hetu pachaya, kirya hetu pachaya. The 4 ways, the hetu pachaya. About the akusala hetu pachaya, we already explained now. Akusala hetu, there are 3, lobha, dosa, moha. What are the pachayupan of the akusala hetu? There are 12 akusala mind and 27 mental factors, and chittaji rupa, mind born kalapa. Pachaya sati is a hetu pachaya. Again, please write down, sister. Please note. There are 4 types of hetu pachaya. The hetu pachaya we can divide into 4 ways. Akusala hetu pachaya, kusala hetu pachaya, vipaka hetu pachaya, kirya hetu pachaya. Then under the akusala hetu, there are the lobha, dosa, moha is a hetu, the roots. Which kind of, but 3 roots associate with 12 akusala mind and 27 mental factors, and the producing chittaji rupa, mind born materiality. Pachaya sati is hetu pachaya. Okay, this is a explanation under the akusala hetu pachaya. Today we already finished under page number 3. Maybe next time we can start from page number 4. Okay, now under the hetu pachaya, akusala hetu pachaya today finish. Okay. Okay. Now, do you understand? Do you have any question?
Evening, Bhante. I have a question regarding the hetu as a root. The arising of delusion by way of lack knowledge regarding Tao things. Could you the lack of knowledge here, is it referring to the fact that the beings have no lack of knowledge regarding the danger of Panchakanda or the danger of the samsara bhaya? The word lack of knowledge, could you explain further on this? And the Tao things, regarding the Tao things, what's the things that is considered a Tao things?
Yeah, about the moha, there are two types of consciousness regarding the moha. Uddacha mind and Vichikicha mind, restlessness and doubtful mind. About the doubt is there are 8 types of doubt. They have the doubt about the Buddha and Buddha's quality. They have the doubt about Dhamma's quality, Sangha's quality, about the practice, about the present life, about the past life, about the future life, about the depending origination. So if one have doubt regarding the Dhamma, regarding the samsara, this is a ignorance. This is a moha. Moha, ignorance. Because if someone not fully understand about the Four Noble Truth, if someone doesn't know the clearly about the Four Noble Truth, this is a moha, delusion. Okay, so if someone not understand clearly about 5 aggregates, don't have about the Vipassana knowledge regarding mentality and materiality, 5 aggregate, 12 bases, and 18 elements, etc. If someone doesn't know clearly, this is also ignorance, moha. Moha, okay. So if you want to overcome from the moha, we should practice especially vipassana. Not enough samatha, only samatha, not enough giving dana, but you should meditate. You have to practice vipassana. When you are practicing vipassana, when you can get the vipassana knowledge deeper and deeper, when you're going to take the understand deeper and deeper, then your ignorance slowly you can cut off.
Bhante, regarding the Tao things, what's the Tao things? Could you explain? Sorry, the Tao thing and the same.
Doubt is the not belief, not understand what the Buddha and Buddha's qualities, and not believe about the Buddha's teaching, not believe the Sangha's quality, and not believe, and they have a doubt about your practice, your own practice, and they are doubt about the future life or the past life. We are not sure. Someone not believe about we already born in the past. Maybe we have the next life. Someone not believe, and someone not trust about the depending origination. The samsara. This is a doubt.
Bhante, he asked about just now in the paper, the start screen, there is a DULL, D-U-L-L.
D-U-L-L, Tao things.
That's a manda panya. Dal is the not sharp knowledge. Regarding dal thing. Okay, means his knowledge is not thief, not sharp. Yeah, because they are now. Do you remember when we are studying the about the chitta process, the jhana process? They have the dal wisdom and the tika panya and manda panya. Okay, who has the sharp knowledge? So who has the means the because of the delusion, always the cut off the sharp knowledge. This is a meaning. But this is a meaning because the sometimes the our knowledge, our wisdom cannot focus clearly. This is a meaning also.
So when we look at things that is neutral, there's a neutral feeling in us, because seem to be that there's a lobha because of the greed. Dosa because of the patiga, that we don't like things, you know, that kind of thing. About the last part, the delusion, what's the distinction between the, I mean, how do we know, like anything that we don't know, is that because of simply we associated with this neutral or moha, something like that? What's the distinctive?
Actually, what is the difference between the upeka neutral and the moha?
Yeah.
But still we are attached, but upeka neutral, but not enjoy, but still attached. But still we have the anger, but anger moment, not the neutral mind. The always if you have the anger, the little bit anger, but the mind is the mental feeling.
My mental feeling.
Okay, because domanasa, the mental feeling, the bad feeling. So about the upeka moment also, sometimes they have the delusion, the upeka mind. Also the upeka also sometimes neuter, the upeka mind neuter, but they have the neuter but delusion arising. Mr. With the moha. That's why about the Buddha. Now we know the Buddha, but we not because we don't know clearly how of the Buddha, but we have heard some history from other teachers or other book. We have read, but sometimes cannot believe. Some are not believe. Some are not trust. But still, but maybe but they have the mind, the neutral mind. This is the different. The upeka and the moha is a different. Upeka is a feeling. Moha is a root. But upeka, the loba upeka and moha upeka always arising with the moha. Moha always support to arise the upeka under the akusala plane, akusala chitta.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, Bhante, brother Sabachan is asking, as the anagami, why still have moha? Can Bhante give the examples how the moha works at anagami?
Yes, because he not fully understand the Four Noble Truth. He still he has the attachment mind to the higher world. Because there's some anagami person, they don't want to get the arhatship in this life. Someone think, oh, I want to go to the higher Brahma world and to practice again, and to after I go there, I can get arhatship. This is a attachment, and because of the not fully understood Four Noble Truth, because of that, moha is still working for the anagami person.
Wandami Bhante, I have question about the process of the mind when we are having dream in our sleep. Can the dream itself create any vipaka? And the question number 2, what if after we wake
one by one is
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the sum of the dream can give him result. Because when he see the dream is the mind process, the mind process working. Sometimes the can see the deva by mind dream. Sometimes see the hell being, and so we can get the result. But those are result also not powerful, and cannot give the patisandhi result in future for us. But some dream not giving any of the vipaka. Okay.
And then the question number 2, Bhante, what if after we wake up, we still remember about our dream? Then is it the one that will cause vipaka? About the remembering and thinking about our dream can create vipaka. Anumodami Bhante.
Yeah, there are when we are doing any action, the wholesome, unwholesome, there are three vipaka period. Some vipaka we can see in the present moment, some vipaka we can see in the next life, some vipaka we can see in the future life. So if after seeing some dream, they are worried, they are always think about the maybe some akusala vipaka period for me coming soon. He's worried again and again. He's thinking, oh, this is also vipaka, Titta Dhamma Vedi vipaka, because he's worried, arising akusala mind again and again because of the dream. And same way, they creative the new vipaka in future. The same way you have to understand opposite the kusala, so kusala dream also.
Bhante, brother Agus, we know that us. Just now Bhante explained about Citta Jarupa. We consider at the Pawati, it is starting from the Titi sub-moment at the Patisandhi Citta, it creates the Citta Jarupa. So what kind of Citta?
Sorry. Again.
Okay, Bhante. Just now Bhante explained about the Citta Jarupa at the Pawati time. It started from the sub-moment of Titi at Patisandhi Citta.
No, because the Pavati and Titi moment not producing Chitta Rupa in the Patisandhi, but the first Bhavanga Upada moment, rising moment, they start in the to produce the Chitta Rupa. Because in the Patisandhi Chitta cannot produce any Chitta Rupa.
But Bhante, just now in the Pawati Kala, Bhante, Pawati Kala, it mentioned that.
Yeah, that means that after Patisandhi rising moment, the standing moment to Chuti, the whole we call Pavati moment. Pavati. It is the meaning. This is different Patisandhi and Pavati. Okay, but about the Kammaja Kalapa and Chittaja Kalapa, the Kamma-born Kalapa arising in the Patisandhi arising moment. Kammaja Rupa Kalapa arising. But first, the Chittaja Rupa also arising in the Patisandhi arising, the Bhavanga arising moment. Not the Patisandhi Titi and Banga moment cannot produce Chittaja Rupa.
Okay. Understood, Bhante. Okay. Bhante, the second question is for the Utuja and Aharaja, when it will start to be produced?
Utuja is starting the Titi moment of Patisandhi.
Okay.
Standing moment of Patisandhi. And the Aharaja Rupa also, we cannot say exactly which moment, the arising which moment, but when the essence of the food, the oja, coming from the mothers to the baby, at that time it start to arise the Aharaja Rupa. But some of the teacher explaining after 17 mind moment of the Patisandhi will be starting Aharaja Rupa. The sum of the teacher.
So which one is the correct one then?
Huh? No. I mean but in the commentary mentioned, clearly mentioned, no exactly mentioned about the chitta, but the moment. Okay. They say when the food oja is the essence of the food, coming from the mother's womb to the baby, at that time will be start the Aharaja Kalapa. This is the explanation. But some of the teachers say there may be after 17 mind moment of Patisandhi will be start Aharaja Rupa. This is the explanation.
Okay, another teacher, Bhante. Okay,
yeah.
The first one is from the commentary.
Yeah, commentary mention.
Okay, Bhante, Brother Agus continue asking, what kind of chitta, which is producing the Chitta Jarupa at the Bhavanga mind?
Because there are, now you have to know about there are how many Patisandhi mind, how many Bhavanga mind, how many Chuti mind. Which kind of the mind giving Patisandhi, the same mind in the Bhavanga also. Example, someone rebirth in the human world, Somanasa Sahagata, Jnana Sampayita, Asankarika Vipaka mind. This is the Patisandhi. The same mind will be Bhavanga. Same mind is the Bhavanga of his. This is Vipaka mind. Bhavanga is Vipaka mind.
Yes. Bhante, Brother Agus continue asking. For the baby inside the mother's womb, when the mother doing something, some action that makes the baby doesn't feel good. So what kind of chitta that arises at the baby and the chitta jarupa, when is the chitta jarupa creates by the baby?
Oh, me, because first of all, you have to understand which kind of mind can produce chitta bone kalapa. Okay. Now you know the eye base, ear base, nose base, tongue base, body base, heart base. There are 6 bases for the place for the consciousness to arise. Okay, so eye base cannot produce the chitta bone kalapa. Same way, ear, nose, tongue, body. There are 5 bases cannot produce a chitta bone kalapa. This base is not support for to arise the chitta bone kalapa. Only heart base. Heart base, it is a support to the consciousness to produce the chitta bone kalapa, mind bone materiality. So in this way, which kind of mind arises in the heart base after Patisandhi? Every moment they are producing chitta bone kalapa, not only Bhavanga mind. Not only Bhavanga mind. Example, in the which kind of mind arises in the heart base, but the receiving mind, investigating mind, and the Javana mind, etc. So every mind can produce chitta bone kalapa. Okay. So this is first of all you have to know. But regarding our these lessons, so we are talking about the chitta bone kalapa can produce rootful mind, not rootless. The receiving and investigating mind we are not going to call here. They are rootless mind. So the bhavanga in the after Patisandhi arising the arising the bhavanga moment, then the bhavanga also produces the chitta bone kalapa. Then regarding your question, maybe the mother's doing some action, okay? Then the baby can feel, can touch, and maybe sometimes the bad the body attached the tangible object. This is quite rough. Maybe the dukkha vedana, body feeling. Then the body consciousness cannot produce chitta bone kalapa. But when because of this object arises, if arises the mind bone kalapa, the mind process, that some kind of consciousness arising in the heart base, at that moment can produce chitta bone kalapa. Chitta bone kalapa. So this way we have to understand practically which kind of mind can produce chitta rupa. This is mainly you have to know. After that, when the baby stays inside the mother's womb, at that moment, which kind of the mind arising in the heart base at every moment can produce chitta bone kalapa. Example, usually after 17 mind moment, the arising one of the loba process that we call loba nikanti process, means the attached to the existence. This process. This is a loba mind.
Sorry, Bhante, after 17 moment of?
After 17 moment of the Patisandhi, arising the loba process. We call Pali loba bhava nikanti. Bhava nikanti. This is a clinging to the existence. This process. That is the loba mind. This also Javana arising, Javana mind. Then also producing the Chittabun Kalapa.
Okay.
So at the early stage, Bhante, this mind can arise in the Sigot after the 17 mind moment of the Patisandhijita.
Yes. After 70 mind moment can arise the loba process, the clinging to the existent. But after that also, if the no object continuously arising Bhavanga only.
Bhavanga. Okay. Very clear, Bhante. Thank you very much.
Okay, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Bhante,
Yes.
he is asking about, let's say one family when they have children, why the children have the same emotional, same characteristic with the parents. Let's say the parents is like to get angry, then the kids will be the same. Why is it like that? That's the first question.
This is a karma, because the karma giving the result. Because according to your own karma, then we can get the other things. See, according to our karma vipaka. This is a karma. That's what that's what Lord Buddha mentioned. Karma sakomi, karma dayadu. Karma is our own. Karma is our the wealth, everything. Because of the karma they can produce. This is a short answer.
The Buddha say what one thing? The karma.
Karma.
Yes, I know. Meaning
Because
karma.
no, yes. Example, sister. Now, if some bodhisattva want to rebirth in the human world, okay,
Yes.
he always finding suitable parents.
Okay.
Who has the honest mind, who has the generosity mind, and who want to keep the morality, and who want to practice meditation. Then always the bodhisattva going to check the qualities of the parents before rebirth. Okay, that's why because if parents not match with his qualities, difficult to practice for him. That's why karma always giving the result according to his own the karma, own character. Because example, this is a karma. No? We also understand according to Buddha's teaching. But especially bodhisattva can say and can check like this, but for the normal person cannot check, cannot see like this. But anyway, karma can give the result just like yes, the same way.
Okay.
This is the meaning, sister.
Yes, Bhante. I just forgot the karma sakomhi, karma bandhu, or something like
Karma,
that.
yeah, karma dayadu, karma bandhu, karma patisarano.
Yeah. Okay. Bhante, the second question. This is almost the same with the bodhisattva. Does the Sotapanna can choose where he is going to reborn, and then can he choose which family that is going to rebirth?
Actually, the Sotapatti person, exactly he cannot choose, he cannot see his suitable family, but his Patisandhi is powerful, because a Patisandhi can give the suitable family, suitable place, because the Sotapatti person, they are keeping the 5 sila, they have the powerful faith for the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. When he going to rebirth the again human world, definitely he is going to rebirth in the Buddhist family, and he keeping the 5 sila. This is the Patisandhi karma is a powerful. That's why they're giving the good result. We don't need to choose. The Swatapati person, he not going to choose, not going to see. But the Patisandhi, the mind is a very powerful. That's what that mind can give the a good place and good result, suitable result.
Okay, Bhante. Okay. Sadhu, sadhu,
Okay.
sadhu, Bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, today also after sharing Dhamma and listening Dhamma, we all of us accumulate the lot of the powerful meritorious deeds. By power of the meritorious deeds, be help for us to get a good healthy life and free from all suffering and attain Nibbana soon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Please repeat after me. Idam me punyang
Idame punyang
asavakaya
asawakaya
pahang hotu.
wahang hotu.
Idam me punyang
Idame punyang
nibbanasa
nibbanasa
pacayo
pacayo
hotu.
hotu.
Mama punya bhagang
Mama punya bagang
sabba sattanang
sabasatanang
bhajemi
bhajemi
te sabbe
te sabe
me samang
me samang
punya bhagang
punya bagang
labhantu.
labhantu.
Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu,
sadhu,
sadhu.
Sukhi hotu, nibbana pachi hotu, sukhi hotu, sukhi hotu.